Right. Still in development. Built a small, passionate team. Yada, yada, yada. Right. Okay. Yes, I think it is an early access title. So, early access release, which is now, essentially. And character jobs, props. So, bikes on the airfield. Proves pathfinding. Things designations. New faction? Okay, so whole bunch of stuff planned, and it looks like they're trying to maintain development for like the next year or so. Hello Friday. Right. Okay, well, I think there's supposed to be a tutorial. New game. RAF Litchfield. 3 miles north of Litchfield, 1st of August, 1940. Right, presumably this is our tutorial. Make sure to procure a steady supply of food. A hungry crew is a sorry crew. Is this supposed to be loading up? And it's no longer responding, so it might have crashed already. Oh, there was a sound effect. Is it doing things? I can't tell. Well, early access plus this is the pre-release for what's coming out today, so... But no, indeed, Litchfield, Staffordshire, England. Oh. Oh no, we're getting raided! Quick! Man the guns! Right. Are you going to tell me how to fly a plane? Okay, we might not need to fly the plane. It's been bombed. Do we get to drive the car away? Oh no, sorry, a few days later. Right, we've got to rebuild the airstrip then, I guess. Welcome, Commander. You have been allocated a plot of land to build a new RAF airfield. Why am I struggling to say RAF? We supplied you with a ground crew and a shipment of starter resources to get you going. Establish your airbase capabilities. We will continuously supply you with weekly resource shipments. War supplies are currently in high demand. Make sure you gather and use natural resources in your vicinity efficiently to get started. Build up workbenches to refine natural resources. So yeah, it's classic base building stuff then. Useful materials. It's up to you to be as efficient as possible in these dire times. So I wasn't expecting full-on kind of resource gathering base building. I knew there was a base management aspect, but I didn't realize, no, we were town building, essentially. Also, Friday, you're looking over Lilith as 5.5e. Not completely sure if you're going to actually use it, but you're curious. I mean, by all means. Rimworld was just my tutorial for all this, was it? Right. Critical for the airbase capabilities are 3 things. Designated runway of minimum tier and free of obstacles, parking spots for your planes in close vicinity, and sleeping quarters for the pilots. As base commander, I have to have a fabulous mustache, obviously. That is the most important thing. As base commander, the morale of your people is critical for success. Manage their confidence, energy, and mood by building up a steady cooked food supply, good sleeping quarters, and meaningful downtime activities for breaks. Should the base morale reach a critical level, you'll be stripped of your responsibilities. Once you have established your airbase capabilities, you'll receive regular flight missions and weekly orders to do your part in the winning the war. Remember, being successful in missions will be key to keeping up morale on your base. Good luck, Commander. Right, okay. Well, yes. Spacebar does pause. We've got 1, 2, 3 movement speeds. Okay, HQ. Viewing HQ standing status. Requirements for HQ standing not met. Runway tier 1 minimum. Crew. Okay. This is a list of every crew member that was stationed on your base. There are two different crew, ground crew and air crew. Ground crew will take care of your base priorities in each task. Air crew are pilots and airmen. Right. We've got mechanic, engineer, medic, field medic. I just seem to have ground crew at the moment. I don't think to actually have any pilots. This is the crew window. If you're unsatisfied with the job presets of your base crew, you can also change the priorities. The priorities thing, this reminds me quite a bit of like how we prioritize stuff in Oxygen Not Included. So we've got medicine. Yeah, because I presume, yes, they can all do a thing, but they're more specialized. Like number one is obviously medicine, but is okay at cooking, gardening, labor, and harvesting. Does this mean, yes, they... okay, yes, so you can't backpedal, but you can cycle through. Okay. So yeah, we just have crew at the moment. Airplane maintenance. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for flight crew. Okay, so that's crew. Scheduled flights. Oh no, the scheduling is kind of like Oxygen Not Included as well. Wow, okay, right. So, you know what? The tutorial might be just we've played a lot of Oni. Use the menu to define your crew's schedule. Work phase, leisure phase, and sleep phase. Yep, very much so, right? Airplane depot. So highest runway tier, free parking spots, and victory points. Tier denotes the largest runway on your base. Parking spots, yada yada yada. Right. So tier 1 ships. Tier 1 planes. We've got Gloucester Gladiator, Hawker Hurricane, and Bristol Beaufighter. So we've got next tier up, probably the more notable ones are like Spitfire and Typhoon. And we're going into bombers at the tail end. Okay, right. Okie doke. Building visibility toggle. Oh, okay, so if we were to zoom in... Okay, roof disappears. Okay, I guess not. Hide roofs. Ah, right. Is that hide roofs? Ah, okay, right. So we're toggling between not available bubbles. Base morale at the moment is 49%, but it definitely looks like it's more like 2/3. We can sound the klaxon. Game speeds, build airstrip, parking spots, order airplanes, build beds. So it says 9 of 10 already done. So is this our barracks? Yes, it is. Okay, so we need to put one more bed in there. Right, buildings. This is tools and structures. Also, it seems relatively quiet. I think this is because it does have a streamer mode. So I'm presuming the audio in this, there'd be like some background music normally, but because I've turned streamer mode on, that's killed that. Tools and builds. So buildings can be made out of tarp, wood, and bricks. Tall hangers made out of metal. Yeah, I think it was options. I think there was a streamer mode on there, yeah. Which is toggled on. There is cheats. Screen shake, all those kind of things as well. Okay. Right. So, is that our airstrip? Runway building. How on? Do we have an optimal length and size for the airstrip? Runway definition tool. Runway is assigned a tier defined on length, width, and material. Build parking spots on locations optimal for takeoff. Okay, right. So yeah, this is just supply line in. Right, well, I guess this was the original airstrip. So do we just follow its outline, essentially? It would make sense, right? To do something like that. Runway details. Highest tier allows for better planes. However, it might be helpful to build a second runway to be able to upgrade. Okay. Convert runway to... Right, actually, yes, we should be looking at what supplies we have. No food, no kitchen, no... Okay, so where is an indicator of, like, presumably these are our supplies. That's going to be metal, certainly. I guess that's an indicator of concrete? Dirt type. Can we make it a concrete tarmac? Like, I don't see anything to show me what supplies I have. And if, like, resource gatherings, resource kind of management is a key thing, like, it'd be handy to maybe see that? There's nothing immediately on screen. Fine, let's stick a... I'm going to go for a concrete one. Construction blocked. Converting to concrete. Don't know what these question marks are for. Okay. Small parking spots. How many planes are we actually going to get? Let's presume we're going to have at least 2, right? It showed it like halfway along the taxiway. You're so happy the past you wrote everything down from all the base stats to what stats were bonuses from racial feats and everything. Past you has saved you a lot of work. Because I can't remember. Are you literally doing it pen and paper, or were you using like a PDF that like did auto filling stuff? Because I know you've not used. No, actually, I think you dabbled using D&D Beyond to build up Lilith, didn't you? So there might be a bit of saved data in that one, certainly. Okay, right. So that's going to be our airstrip and parking spots. We'll just need to build some beds. Which objects? Yes. Workbenches. Okay, right. Workbenches, outdoors, social, sleeping. There we go. Right, let's put a bunk in here, shall we? Can we squeeze another bunk in here? Do we need to extend the barracks? We've got 2, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, we're going to have to... Maybe if we close up this wall, they just use... in and out there. Can I do that? Let me change walls. Dartboard, clock, curtain closed. Do we rotate this? No, I can't seem to do that. Okay. If we were just to tell them to close it, if I was to put a bed there, does it do it automatically? Maybe. Oh, actually, the pillow is at the other end. Okay, right, so we want to rotate that around. Can we... undo? Is undo an option? Cancel destroy action. There you go. Right, perfect. All right. So, if we unpause now, let's see if they get to work. There's our supply trucks. Yeah. Weirdly deathly silent whilst all this, because clearly the music that it is using is licensed copyright stuff. So you try using D&D Beyond, but have not updated it. Struggled with a lot with it. Pen and paper was certainly your base. Now you've been have updating character thingy in Foundry. Okay, so you're using Foundry then, but have been thinking now that you found this, you might just update all of them. I mean, yeah, whatever works for you. I mean, obviously you saw me, well, potentially saw me messing around with D&D Beyond to try and figure out how I'm making my rogue for Friday, but that was just purely for the stream. I've gone back to my usual thing, which is I've got a PDF which does a lot of autofilling, and you can get like JavaScripts to kind of add in kind of various I was going to say custom stuff, but a lot of it is like people have created homebrew stuff, but also added in like some of the other books. Like, you know, typically prior to the basic rules being released into Creative Commons and that, the 5.5e stuff wasn't available until somebody made it. So yes, that and all like the weird custom stuff from like Volo's and Tasha's Guide and things like that, and all the, you know, some of the Critical Role books and all those are options that you can add in. Right. Do we not even hear them hammering? Does it just kill all the audio? Possibly. Maybe like if we crank up effects? Let's see. No, that's just making the clunk clunk. Actually, no, there's a little bit of hammering sounds. Okay. Right, well, let's speed things up considerably. We've got our 10 beds. It did not change the flap coming down. Oh well. Somebody's just going to have to live with very open sides here, because I can't do anything about that other than maybe changing field managed storage. Okay, maybe we should have a dumping ground storage. There you go. Yeah, let's just classes like a dumping ground type thing. Terraforming. So we have harvesting stuff. Click to drag with harvest tools, harvest resources out of objects. So if we were to do that, harvest food and other things for destruction. Like, just like bust a rock. Yes, it looks like we can't harvest rock, but we can break them. And apparently, to break a rock, you must merge with it. Right, can I hire some people then? Because it feels like we need maybe some more ground crew specialists in building stuff, maybe. You do love Foundry. You think your one hang-up with it is, so far, it's just not having all the backgrounds in those. Yeah, I think you can import them from D&D Beyond, but you haven't yet quite. But I guess all the backgrounds and stuff, you need to have bought the appropriate books on D&D Beyond to be able to import them, potentially. Buildings. How do we hire people? I guess ground crew. Okay, so we've got labourers and such. Can I hire some more people? Gunners, bombers, pilots, crew member, crew member, crew member. They seem locked out, so maybe it's like number of beds dictates this. So it says 8, and we've definitely got 10 beds. So I don't know how we prioritize stuff. Oh, so they did smash up the rocks. There was 2 there, wasn't there? Okay. So the plutonium module, is that just like a comprehensive kind of package with all the possible player-based stuff that you might want? Why is nobody digging this up? Is it like to do with priority stuff? Harvesting, building? Contain stockpile, C, protect. I'm guessing medic 1, yeah, so 1 is highest priority. Can we get them all to muck in and help out by actually building the runway? Like, or is it just there is no concrete, so maybe it has to be dirt? Set it to be sand? Or is it the arrows indicating it's too narrow? Like, I'm trying to figure out. Remove that. Maybe we just make it wider. Maybe that was the indication. Cancel. Blow up this. No, okay. Airstrip. No. Okay. Let's just try building it the width we had it before then, I guess. Am I supposed to like use terraforming tools or something? Change terrain. I don't know how this is supposed to work. You never saw me sneak on, Claire. Well, I mean, I posted and hopefully Twitch let you know when I'm live. But I have no control over Twitch actually doing notifications. So it imports stuff from 5e tools. Ah, okay. Though it takes a while and you have to manually set compendiums. Right. Yeah, this is why I always advise people, like, your best bet is you know, Discord, and hopefully you see the alerts go off there, because Twitch is never a guarantee. Yeah, how do we... Converting to dirt. They don't seem to be doing a lot, though. Like, they're just stood around. Okay, now they're moving. We weren't paused. We'd gone into active mode, hadn't we? Okay, no. Okay, so maybe it was just... Maybe initially it was because we didn't have any concrete supplies? Like I said, I would really like something on... we've actually got it here now. Okay, prior to that we never saw it. Okay, so we've got sandbags, food, tarp, fuel, So what was the concrete? It was like little lines, which we don't have. So that's probably why it was. We could make a sandbag one, but that requires a lot more sandbags. Okay. But the parking bay is disappeared now. Small parking. Right. So, why is airstrip not complete? Because we have dirt airstrip now, apparently. But to dirt. Tier 0. It doesn't say anything about that. Plan an airstrip from the runway menu. Get it fully constructed. I mean, we've cleared a dirt strip. Is that it converted? I don't know. I convert it to sand? Is that what it wants to actually say yay or nay? This is sand. So we'd have the extra sand for sandbags. And yeah, that one musical sting disappears. They have no other music to replace it with. Well, at least not copyright safe content. Alright, let's have a look at other facilities. So, workbenches, outdoor, social, sleeping. Objects. But yes, buildings. I'd like to get a kitchen. I'd like to see no source station. Source station, indoor kitchen, field, tailoring station. Okay. Make a field kitchen. Makes sense to have it near the barracks. Can we make walls and such? Just like a tarp building? Yes, how do I make a building though? Areas. Storage, gardening zone, safety zone, expand, remove, building. There you go. Let's stick a roof on it. Can't stick a roof on it. Visible roofs. Probably need something like a back door out the back of it, right? Has walls. Needs to have walls for each corner. Okay, so maybe it just was bugged it slightly. You didn't want to do it before. Okay, right. We have that. Let's put some facilities in there. Indoor kitchen. It will be indoors. Okay, maybe we'll just make it a mess kitchen for now. Still trying to figure out why this thing is not saying we have an airstrip. Maybe it is we just need to convert it into something else, so maybe the sand one. But we didn't have enough facilities for that, so let's try converting to a sand one. Because we have, according to this, 65 sandbags? We need 100. Yes. I don't know. Also, now we know there's that. We can maybe close in the walls somewhat, right? There's no power. Yeah, they're going to work on the tents, but not the... Well, I suppose having the kitchen up and running would probably be useful. I put some tables or something in there. Social. It doesn't matter, it's just showing it will go there. Alright, radio, wooden chairs. I presume I need to put chairs in here. Is snapping too, okay. Oh, no, that needs to get cancelled. I guess I can't cancel it anymore. Okay. Can I rotate an object after the fact? Move furniture. I don't want. I want to try and grab the chair. Just turning his back to them all. Fair enough. I need a saw station before I can do anything else. I'm still weirded out by the fact that, like... Ah, no, we do actually have sand on the airstrip? But it's still not saying it's an airstrip yet. Right, can I now move that table? Sorry, chair. Apparently not. Okay, fine. We're just going to destroy it then and turn it around. Okay, we're going to need a sawmill apparently. Let's make a station, sawmill station. We'll do it back here. Brick station, cement mixer. No, this is where we have no more planks. What are planks? Planks are that symbol, and I don't see any, so probably not. Okay. This is... honestly, could probably do with a slightly better tutorial. Like, I was trying to figure out how the airstrip thing worked, and I'm still not quite sure what's going on with that. Let's have custom mechanic. Oh, because we haven't got the specialists anymore. Right, okay. Where are medics? So if we shift you back into medic mode, you are... they become a mechanic with those levels. Engineer, custom. Edge the labourer with that. That's our cook. Oh no, we can still have them 3 and be a cook. Labourer works as well. Okay. Not enough chairs. Well, I mean, I tried my best. Turn this into a concrete then now? I guess set up the cement mixer, you know, near here as well. Chopping down trees. Give the guys with the sawmill something to do. Raw water. Okay, so we need something storage-wise for water, presumably. Areas, safety zones. No, the water's breaking down, but we don't have... do we need a separate zone for the water? Okay, well, food. Do we think it's going under food rations? Ah, no, raw water. There you go. Now you need to move that around. I guess I need to have another storage, which is anything and everything. Maybe they'll switch stuff out. Yeah, you can see the elements of like, okay, this is early access because it's not that robust in explaining stuff and giving the player the feedback they might want and need. We had a dirt strip and a sand strip, but it's still saying build airstrip. Is there a specific length it needs to be? I feel like that needs to be told to us. If it requires particular volume, it needs to be to qualify. I mean, if we were to just, like, I guess, nudge it further? I don't know, what was it we needed? Buildings, no, airstrip, runways. If we were to extend this somehow? Yeah, but it'd be nice to get a sense, like, I mean, does it need to be, like, right up to the line there? If so, we just need to, I guess, delete everything. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't feel like I'm getting the feedback I need to tell me if stuff is right or not. And I will say it's disconcerting the lack of sound, but I realise that is purely because I'm streaming streamer mode turned on. Yeah, they won't break this down. They won't. I guess we could just remove. And then I now remove this. Any? What if we were to that? Source station will have to move. That we just try and push it the other way. Okay, yes, we got a tick now. So yes, it just needed to be tier 1 as opposed to tier 0. Right. Workbench, planks. Okay, we can queue those up like so. So request 1. Craft plants, harvest trees, source station radio. Well, it says build a radio. I haven't built one, but it says we have, so sure. Yeah, it feels fairly early access. As I said, we were trying to get that, like, sense of feedback. And it was struggling to just, like, okay, What exactly am I supposed to be doing? Like... Apparently that's our first week approved. No strikes. Oh. Enough metal chairs, no shelter. Ah, is that why it's breaking down? It needs to be undercover. It's not a particular defined thing or anything like that. Okay. Stuff like that could be told. Sheltered storage, okay. So can I just build over the top of a storage area? So if I was to put building, kind of top walls around this, with, I guess, basically turn it into like a little warehouse type thing. Birthday mission. This is your interface to respond to flight missions assignments. Missions can come at different capability types and difficulties. Some missions need fighting, bombing, recon, maneuvers, transport, and stealth. Right, well, we have one plane. Combined forces. Someone on the base has their birthday. Get them a cupcake as a surprise. We add you in, right? 53% success mission on getting a cupcake. How do we boost it any? I guess it would be sent out to pilots. Double the chances. Is that our pilot heading out? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, okay. You demand at least a 3 to 5 story cake. But there's rationing. They can't afford the eggs. Yeah. I don't know. I think there is something to this, but, like, it just needs a little better onboarding, maybe. It took a while to actually see our resources. I guess it's just, like, I'm visually, like, in these kinds of games, I'm used to, like, quick overview being near the top here. I think it may be just a little bit of, like, a UI polish it could do with to see stuff. Like, the whole runway thing, I completely didn't clock. It was, the width of it was not quite right. 'Cause, I mean, every time you do it, it does have, like, around the borders, it's got little arrows going. Is that saying it needs to be bigger? Is that just like, okay, no, these are the borders of it? Like, I think it needs to have some, maybe in the requirements, say, like, maybe it's read out until it's, like, necessary kind of size, essentially. Because if there's a minimum size requirement, then, like, don't let you kind of create the groundworks for it until you've hit the minimum requirement. Anyway, let's see if he gets back with the cupcake or crashes and burns. Successful, but he's not back. Ah, there he is. Now he is back. There you go. Cupcake supply. There we go. We successfully delivered a cupcake. And with that, that's possibly where we wrap it up for this one. As do we get performance stuff? Yeah, victory point and base mood. Okay, so it improves the mood. And where do we see that? Okay, victory points are up there. Where's... I guess the base mood is just the morale meter up here. Yeah, I think it needs like a polish on like the UI stuff. It would make it easier to read. I mean, the build bar down at the bottom makes sense. That's usual. So I don't... They can make the control stuff go away sooner rather than later as well. 'Cause I don't think we need that constantly there. They could like clean that up by not necessarily having it here. This could do with like being... Is it collapsible? It is collapsible, okay. Own a sheltered storage. What the hell is this then if this isn't... Oh, it's because the roof was not quite... God damn it. That's the weird peculiarity of like... Right, can we extend the roof some? Like, why have walls if like the roof is not going to snap to properly? Can we do something about the roof being... No. Okay, do we have to destroy the roof for it to work like that? We do.
Copy that, sir.
One guy working, everybody else is just stood around supervising, are they? Now, is that it complete? We got a blue before. Is that properly covered? Would that be the, that? We need a nice garden for it all as well. What's a defined gardening zone? Let's put it next to the carsy, shall we? But yeah, you get what it is. So I guess we knock it on the head for that one. Yeah, I think it just needs like some polish on like some UI stuff. Yeah, I think it's just like other games have spoiled me, like having that like quick reference bar at the top, like more easily defined as well. Like what is what, could be more useful. And yeah, let's go back to the main menu then. So that was it Ground of Aces? As I said, very much. Well, this is the early version of what is going to be early access as of today, I think. But has a roadmap of how they're going to progress and such. But yeah, that was that. All right.